The future of New Jersey is bleak. We've struggled to balance budgets for the last 20 years. We have the second lowest credit rating in the country and the second worst funded pension system in the country. Biggest problem in the state budget today and for the future is the very large unfunded pension system. Over $115 billion with an unfunded ratio of 40%. Three of the systems, for the judges, for the teachers, for the state employees, are due to run out of funds in the years 22, 29, and 34. Not a good prognosis. This year we did appropriate $3.2 billion for pensions. It should have been much higher. And by the year 2023, not too long from now, we'll need to put $7.1 billion into the budget. I digress for a second. When the state pays for pensions, they pay for its employees and for all of the teacher pension systems. Albeit not as dramatic, health benefits have similar problems. We're at about $3 billion today. We're going to go to $4 billion in another few years. And on a much dimmer note, under any conservative projection of revenues and spending, in the next 4 years, we're going to be looking at anywhere between $3.2 and $4 billion of shortfall between projected revenues and projected appropriations under current activities. So how do we get here? Didn't happen overnight. It's happened over a few years. There's a lot of incidences that occurred, several big ones. First of all, many governors, starting back with Governor Whitman, failed to appropriate what they should have been appropriating in the pension system. One governor sold $2.7 billion of bonds to drop the money in the pension system. Not a good practice. Bonds at 7.6%, we're still paying off those bonds. $600 million is in the current budget to pay the debt service on it. We've had governors increase pension benefits, even though they are already pretty good. And we've had governors raid funds from the pension system in one way, shape, or another. So not good situation from the long run, and those over a period of time have created the pension shortfalls that we're looking at. So Senator Sweeney suggested this is not good for the long run. We need to do something, particularly on the pension and health benefits. And some of my colleagues I know will go into greater depth, but let me just quickly run through what we proposed in the pension system. We looked at three options. One that said, let's freeze the benefits of all current employees. If you've been in the pension system 15 years, you're frozen. All new employees would not go into the current defined benefit system. You'd go into a 401k type system. Second option we looked at was all vested employees would stay in the current system. Any new employees would go into a combination of a defined benefit up to perhaps $40,000, and then the rest would go into a 401k. We ultimately came up with the third option, a more benign option, I would say. Convert all new employees and employees who are not yet vested, they would go into the 401k, and existing employees who are already invested would have no impact. Those proposals would also affect local governments and school districts. So if we played this out over a period of time, we would be cutting back the growth of the pension systems at the state level and the local level. We also looked at the health benefits. So we had a lot of parameters there, but in a quick summary fashion, let me say that we have the most beneficial employee benefit system for health benefits in the country. And we're at what I would call a platinum level. Can't get much higher than the benefits we're providing for our employees. So our proposal, I think somewhat modest. We're not going to change the overall benefits, but we're going to reduce the contributions. And we're going to move it down to what was termed a gold level. There's a whole bunch of other options in there. For example, we have a bronze option that says, well, maybe you don't have to pay anything, employee, but we're going to be a system where you'll have more contributions on your part when you get your final bill. Various ways that we could attack the health benefits problem. The main thing is we need to reduce the overall cost and provide benefits comparable to other entities in the country. We also suggested that we would merge all of the school district and county college health systems as part of the state system to have a better return on our investment. And a little known but big issue, particularly among citizens, that we were going to cap the benefits that employees get when they retire. Under the present environment, people can carry over their sick leave at the local level for any number of years. People are retiring with $500,000 payouts at the local level. There is a cap at the state level. Our suggestion is to make that universal and to lower it. Final comment. Does this solve the problem? It addresses it and takes the curve down. But in my judgment, we'll see what the other panel members have to say, we're going to still need more revenue. So if you're sitting out there thinking that if we do all these things, we'll have the problem solved and we'll have a nice balanced budget, my bad news to you today is I don't think so. I think we're still going to need additional funds to address the infrastructure problems, the school underfunding problems, and a whole range of other infrastructure issues. Thank you.